Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, my name is Muhammad Hakim bin Isnan and I'm from section 6 and my group is want to present about temperature detector by using Arduino sensor. Here are my members in this group. Okay. First and foremost, my title of project is Temperature Detector by using Arduino sensor. Okay, abstract problem statement. Introduction. The world is currently plagued by the COVID-19 epidemic. COVID-19 is an infectious disease and can cause death. So we need to adopt new norms so that we can all destroy the COVID-19 network or COVID-19 change. Okay, some of the new norms that we must practice is to check the body temperature before entering any premise, write the name, scan the QR code using MICROCONTROLLER, wear a half face mask and wipe hands with hand sanitizer. So the tool that I want to create is a temperature monitoring tool. This device can be placed at the entrance of each premise. Okay, what is this device? This tool is a temperature detector. So it can detect temperature around from 20 degrees Celsius to 100 Celsius, 100 degrees Celsius. At this time, every individual must check their body temperature before entering any premise. If the individual exceeds the temperature of 37.7, 37.7 degrees Celsius, then the premise can prevent the individual from entering the premise. Therefore, this tool is very important nowadays because it can help the premise to identify individual with COVID-19 symptom from entering their premise. Okay, why this tool important? Because human body temperature has an uncertain value. This is because it is influenced by the ambient temperature and body condition. During this pandemic, body temperature is very important because if the body temperature high, it is one of the symptoms of COVID-19. So, with this tool, we can know who has high body temperature or low body temperature. Okay, method to use this tool is it's very easy. First of all, users should place their forehead or in front of Arduino sensor. So user can choose either place forehead or palms. After that, wait a while until this device release a body temperature reading. The normal human temperature is usually 34 degrees Celsius to 37 degrees Celsius. If more than that, the individual is not allowed to enter the premise. Okay, what is the objective for these tools? Okay, the objective is to check the user body temperature more accurately. Second, can help the store premise to identify individual with symptom COVID-19. And third, can be widely used everywhere. Okay, there are some benefit from this tool that we can get, such as user can know their body temperature before they entering the premise. This will make sure either they healthy or not. Then the premise will free of any COVID. In addition, this style will make all people practice new normal. Okay, here are example of project that my group invent. Okay, here this buzzer, LCD, temperature sensor, potential meter, and Arduino. Okay, proposed solution of project significant. As a solution to this problem is we put this thermometer detector in front of the premise to check all customer body's temperature. This will help user know their body temperature before entering the premise. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Hakim bin Zamtlani and my number metric is AA191677. Okay, today I will present about the product description and specification. Okay, first one is product operation explanation. Okay, for the project, we have decided to make a circuit using a temperature sensor, which is TMP36, piezo, buzzer, and other component. A temperature sensor is an electronic device that measures the temperature of its environment and converts the input data into electronic data to record, monitor, or signal temperature change. There are many different types of temperature sensor. Some temperature sensor require direct contact with the physical object that is being monitored, which is contact temperature sensor, while other indirectly measure the temperature of an object, which is non-contact temperature sensor. Okay. Temperature sensor are used in automobiles, medical device, computer, cooking appliances, and other type of machinery. For example, the temperature sensor is widely used in medical issue, which is to measure the level of temperature in a human body. So the concept we have chosen was based on this application. Next, among the temperature sensor are thermocouple and thermistor. A thermocouple is comprised of two conductors, each made of a different type of metal, that are joined at an end to form a junction. Where junction is exposed to heat, a voltage is generated that directly corresponds to the temperature input. This happens on account of phenomena called the thermoelectric effect. Thermocouples are generally inexpensive as their design and material are simple. The other type of contact temperature sensor is called a thermistor. In thermistor, resistance decrease as temperature increase. There are two main types of thermistor, which is negative temperature coefficient (NTC) and positive temperature coefficient (PTC). Okay, thermistor are more precise than thermocouples, which is capable of measuring within 0.05 until 1.5 degrees Celsius, and they are made of ceramics or polymers. Resistant temperature directors, which is RTD, are essentially the metal counterpart of thermistor, and they are most precise and expensive type of temperature sensor. Okay, next we talk about the list of component. Okay, we have 10 component. Okay, number 1 is U3, which is Arduino Uno R3, and the quantity is 1. And number 2, LCD 16x2, which is U4, and also quantity 1. Number 3, R-port 1, which is component 250k ohm potentiometer. Number 4, R1, also quantity is 1, and the component is 250 ohm resistor. And number 5, we have R2, and the component is 130 ohm resistor. And number 6, U1, which is component temperature sensor TMP36, and piezo, red LED, and breadboard small, and 1 roll of wire. Okay, next we talk about the specification, scope of project, and limitation. Okay, first of all of the components that have their own specifications, such as piezo buzzer, which is a simple device that can generate basic beeps and tones. They work by using piezo crystal and a special material that change shape when voltage is applied to it. Next, if the crystal push against a diaphragm, like a tiny speaker cone, it can generate a pressure wave which the human ear picks up as sound. The TMP36 temperature sensor is an easy way to measure temperature using an Arduino. The sensor can measure a fairly wide range of temperature, which is negative 50 Celsius to 135 Celsius, which is fairly precise 0.1 Celsius resolution, and is very low cost, making it a popular choice. This device will run perfectly as long as the progress as long as the program does not have any interruption. Next, Arduino Uno R3 has it as it is an Atmega 328P based microcontroller and has the operating voltage of the Arduino is 5 volt. The recommended input voltage range from 7 volt to 12 volt and the IP voltage limit is 6 volt to 20 volt. The digital input and output pins 14, digital input and output pins PWM, analog IP pins are 6. This device also can be widely used in every simple watt because it has very wide temperature range to ease the user. However, this type of robot has its own limitation or disadvantage where its operation and maintenance costs of piezo buzzer are not very expensive. Okay, that was for me. Thank you.
Bismillah. Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Zufaka Bilzamri. Number matrix AA190113. Today I want to talk about the methodology about our team projects. Okay, first our project is a scanner, temperature scanner, like a body temperature scan. At right now we will use in the pandemic. Okay, the methodology is the heat being on the area of the infrared by non-contact being detected. The second, the data being transported through Arduino and the result being shown to the screen about the result. After the data being read and declare either it passed or not about the characteristics that required. Okay, next I would like to present about the flowchart. There's two types of flowchart that I have finished and done. The one is the general one and the second one is the specialist. Depends on the characteristic that required. Okay, first it starts, then the acquisition of the body temperature, and then the final reading. Before it display, it might be no or yes. If it is greater than 37.5 Celsius degrees, it will make the alarm turns on and the temperature display with a red color and end the program. But if it lower than 37.5 Celsius degrees, it will show the temperature of our body and that's it only, and end. Let's go through to the specific situation characteristic. The A, the temperature scanned by the sensor infrared save the temperature and display the final temperature. And if it greater than 37.5 Celsius degrees, it might be the second, the B structure. Scan the temperature, save the final temperature, display the final temperature if it greater than 37 and 5. The alarm turns on and they display the temperature with red and the program end. And this is the coding that can fix into our projects, Arduino project. Actually we can't make it into the Tinkercad because we have a particular part that doesn't have in the Tinkercad. It is our infrared sensor. So if it do have the infrared sensor in the Tinkercad, actually we can prove that it can scan our body temperature because this is a program. So maybe we have to make a real objects for this project. Okay, this is the last part of my obligate presentation. Is a schematic drawing. It's hard to draw by hand, so I will just make it the simplest ways by taking some picture from the Googles and connects by the wires on my own, and actually it will finish and shoot the program that I have list right down. So if you like to try, I give a big hand, so you just try. I think that's all from me. Thank you.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And hi, my name is Muhammad Zamil Shauki bin Hisham, and my number matrix is AA191167. Okay, right now I'm going to explain to you about the result and discussion of our project. So, right here, you can see this is the reference circuit for our group. We use this circuit to refer, and also we have modified the circuit by adding some of features or components into it. I will show you. Okay. First of all, this is the basic of a temperature sensor. Okay, the temperature sensor will detect the temperature. Okay, and the liquid crystal display, which is LCD, will show the exact level or value of the temperature. Okay, right here, this is the temperature sensor, while this green board is called LCD. And for your information, LCD is one of the electronic component that can display words or even number, and it is very useful in the application of temperature sensor. Okay, so right here also we have attached the program of the circuit. Okay, and also this is the reference where we get the circuit. Okay, this is the result, okay, of the modification circuit that we have modified with adding a piezo buzzer and also a red LED. Okay, when the temperature is higher than 37 degrees Celsius, it plays another sound frequently. Okay, actually, when the temperature is higher than 37 degrees Celsius, the buzzer will make uh, one kind of sound. And also, if the temperature is higher than 40.5 degree, the buzzer will make another kind of sound. Okay, we can look to the coding. Okay, right here, this is the section where we can see the difference. Okay, here temperature is more than 40.5, means that when the temperature is same or more than 40.5, the buzzer will make this kind of sound. While if the temperature is more or equal to 37 degrees Celsius, the temperature will make this kind of sound. Okay, it got difference between them. So okay, this is the reference and also the serial monitor. Okay, so I will show to you the circuit. Okay, we will do a little bit of simulation. Okay, this is the reference circuit and also this is the modification circuit. Okay, we can run. Start the simulation. Okay, for the basic circuit, the temperature in Celsius, it will show 24.71 degrees Celsius. Okay, that is for the reference. Okay, but the modification is a bit different. Okay. Okay, the LCD shows that the temperature is 24.71 Celsius. And just now I said we can hear a noise, or the buzzer will make some sound, okay, to show or to show to us that the temperature is at the level of 37 or above. Okay, we can click on the component right here, temperature sensor, and we can increasing the temperature until it reach the stage of 37 degrees Celsius, okay, or more. Okay, we can hear, wait, okay, that kind of sound. When you reach the 37 degrees Celsius, that kind of sound will expose. Okay, and also will when you reach the stage of 40.5 degrees Celsius, it will apply the sound like this. Okay, that is the sound. Okay, so we can conclude that the buzzer will make two kind of sound when the temperature is at the different level of temperature. Okay, so that's all for the result and discussion. Thank you very much.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Fakrul Amin bin Abdul Rahim. My metric number AA191710. I am from section 6. So today I will present about my part in microcontroller project, which is group project. So our title project is temperature detector by using Arduino sensor. So my part is at the bottom. So here my part. My part is start here. So the list of equipment that we do here in our project is, the first is Able's Online. Since USB 2.0 micro B to USB mini B male or male adapter cable ADU38. The cost is RM36. Second is Porsche OTG micro USB adapter multicolor. The cost is RM1.40. Equipment, the third equipment is 266 premium female or female jumper wires 40 multiple 6, and the cost is RM50.90. The fourth is evaluation board MCU 8-bit Arduino Nano AVR 80 Mega 328, and the cost is RM77.40. And the last one is infrared temperature sensor GY906 MLX 90614, and the cost and the price of the equipment is RM46.70. The total of all equipment that we have here is RM177.40. Okay, we move to the economic analysis. Survey on marketable value. It can be, as we can see, it can be hugely distributed towards companies that uses the purpose of selling goods, which is marketed in shops, especially in malls where the products need to bought face to face, which will force customer and workers to buy products since COVID-19 erupted. The growth of the temperature sensor market can be attributed to the increasing penetration of temperature sensors in advanced and portable healthcare equipment. By detecting humans that have high temperature, the workers can reduce the number of customers that have symptoms of the COVID-19 infection that is spreading rapidly around the country. The product also proved that the longevity of this product is very good because it has a heater function that will detect when the temperature is lower than 20 Celsius. Lastly, this product is important for measuring human body temperature where there will be public demand. Next, we proceed to the benefit to mankind, benefits or usefulness. The benefits is can determine whether something has high or low temperature, can be used for detecting fever in humans during COVID-19 epidemic, can be marketed in the whole country as everyone need the product, and it has very wide temperature range to easy the user. And the last is fast response time and low initial cost. The benefits. As we can see here, we have commercializing potential recommendations. We will recommend the buyers of this device to use for health purposes and weather conditions purposes. And next, the price is not too expensive, but it is very affordable, but for a new technology brand that help us in many ways of things. Next, and the last, next, the growth of the market is driven by the increasing demand for this brand. So for the conclusion, in conclusion, this device can particularly be exploited into generally many situations where it can for all intents and purposes be useful to the owner of the device in a subtle way. It can set temperatures from high to low and can particularly give outputs of on the LCD, LED and the piezo buzzer, which actually is fairly significant. Companies also can use this well in the future to essentially help them through this epidemic as well as through harsh weather conditions, which for the most part is fairly significant. It can particularly help make our jobs generally easier in the terms of like separating customers that mostly have symptoms, and we can perfectly for the most part see temperatures during the harsh weather conditions in a very big way. It also essentially has the potential to specifically be sold internationally and can basically be easily packed and delivered around the world, as the device mostly is easily fairly portable in a subtle way. This device can for all intents and purposes can be very important for a lot of people and basically help people to change their lives. We hope that by inventing this device we can help the world to generally become better, generally contrary to popular belief. I think that's all from me. Thank you.